Shabbat Shalom. I pray all the righteous is doing well. This is all the earth sits still and is at rest. What does this mean? All the earth sits still and is at rest? We're going to find out what this means, jumping right into this. Zechariah 1, beginning at the first verse. This is in the 8th month of the year of Darius. The word of Yahuwah came to Zechariah, son of Berechiah, the son of Adu, the prophet, saying, Yahuwah was very angry with your fathers. We know this. He was very angry with our fathers. Therefore say to them, thus says Yahuwah of hosts, return to me. This is the word the prophet spoke over and over. The Most High is saying, return to me. I scattered you in all these lands. Return to me. Return back to the borders. Return. This is what it says when it says return to me. We have to do something here. It says Yahuwah of hosts, and I will return to you. See, when we return to him, back in his borders, back where we supposed to be, the righteous go into the wilderness. He comes down on the mountain. He comes down. He's returning back to us. His presence once again with us. The building of the house get rebuilt in the land. He returns back to us. Things getting put back in order. So this is what he means. We return to him. We have to. This is something we have to do. He will return to us. Do not be like your fathers, to whom the former prophets proclaimed, saying, thus says Yahuwah of hosts, turn now from your evil ways and your evil deeds. But they did not hear nor heed me. So they were told by the former prophets the same thing, but they wouldn't heed. They wouldn't hear. And here we go today being told, return to me. And our people saying, he just means for us to keep his law, statutes, and commandments. That's not how we return to him. We have to do more than keep the law, statutes, and commandments in the land of our captivity. Are you going to build a house for him? Are we going to gather together in one land and build a house for him? No. Scattered all over the earth is not his plan for us. That was the curses that came upon us. This is your fathers. Where are they? We're being asked the question. Our fathers, where are they? They're dead. They're dead. They're gone. And the prophets, do they live forever? So we're being asked 2 questions. Do these prophets live forever? Which shows us the prophets dying out, not living forever. And there are no more prophets. Today, there are no prophets. We could not read this verse if the prophets were still here living, prophesying. So everyone that has prophet in their name, make sure you understand they're false prophet. No, the prophets don't live forever. Yet surely my words and my statutes, which I command my servants, the prophets, did they not overtake your fathers? Did not the curses come upon them, just as the prophets say? If you do his word, this will happen. If you don't do, this is what will happen. Did not that word come to pass? So they returned and said, all right, here's the remnant. This is why we're within the borders, for the ones within the borders. So the remnant returned. They returned and said, just as Yahuwah of hosts determined to do to us according to our ways and according to our deeds, so he has dealt with us. He did this because of our ways and our deeds. Verse 7, on the 24th day of the 11th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, the word of Yahuwah came to Zechariah, son of Berechiah, the son of Adu, the prophet. I saw by night. This is what he saw. And behold, a man riding a red horse. And it stood among the myrtle trees in the hollow. And behind him were horses, red, sorrel, and white. Then I said, my master, what are these? So the Malak who talked with me said to me, I will show you what they are. And the man who stood among the myrtle trees answered and said, These are the ones whom Yahuwah has sent to walk to and from throughout the earth. So these They walking to and from throughout the earth, doing the work, what they're being commanded by the Most High. So they answered the Malak of Yahuwah, who stood among the myrtle trees, and said, we have walked to and from throughout the earth, and behold, all the earth is resting quietly. The KJV says all the earth sits still and is at rest. What does this mean? All the earth sits still and is at rest? The earth is resting? What is this talking about? So this is your message. To find out what does this mean, we're about to see. Verse 12. Then the Malak of Yahuwah answered and said, O Yahuwah of hosts, how long will you have favor on Jerusalem and on the cities of Yehudah, against which you were angry these 70 years? They had to go, their captivity at that time was 70 years. And so the place was laid waste. And Yahuwah answered, and the Malak who talked with me with good and comforting words. So the Malak who spoke with me said to me, proclaim, saying, thus says Yahuwah of hosts, here is the Most High. This is what's in the Most High's heart. This is where our people fall short. It's not in their hearts. This should be in your hearts. If you're righteous, this will be in your heart. Listen to what he said. I am zealous for Jerusalem. I'm zealous for Jerusalem. He thinks a great deal about Jerusalem. Our people think nothing about this. This is dealing with the land. And for Sion, with great zeal. You see this? With great zeal. I am exceedingly angry with the nations at ease. Now we're finding out the earth sits still and is at rest. You see what the Most High says? I am exceedingly angry with the nations at ease. The people that's running the world today, the people that run Babylon, those two land masses, the people that run all of the hammer of the whole earth, which the scripture described her, they are at ease. And the Most High is upset. He says, for I was a little angry, and they helped. They played a part in the Most High's plan in scattering his people. But with evil intent, they did what their part, and they went above and beyond. And now they are at rest. They are at ease. Therefore, thus says Yahuwah. This is the Most High speaking. Because he cared for Jerusalem. He's zealous for Jerusalem. And he has great zeal for Sion. I am returning to Jerusalem with favor. He's coming with his favor. He says, my house shall be built. Here we go. Back to the house. Most of our people will take no part in rebuilding this house, but someone, men's hands that's living today on the earth will be the hands that build this house. And your seed, they're not here yet. You will have children that will help build this house from the remnant. You have yet given birth to this child. This child will be very instrumental in building the house that the Most High may dwell among his people. My house shall be built. In it, says Yahuwah. In what? In Jerusalem. And a survey's line shall be stretched out over Jerusalem. We think not about Jerusalem. Did he not tell us when we flee out of the land, let Jerusalem come to your mind? We have to keep this on our mind. The righteous keep this on our mind. But the Babylonian teachers, your Christians, they care nothing about Jerusalem. Nothing whatsoever. The thought never enters their mind. Verse 18. Wait. I will proclaim, saying, Yahuwah of hosts. All right, verse 17. I don't want to skip here. Again proclaim, saying, thus says Yahuwah of hosts, my cities shall again spread out through prosperity. prosperity will be in Jerusalem. Why? The Most High will be there. This isn't your prosperity gospel that the Christian churches are in. They say if you give 10% of your money, you will be prosperous. And the Most High never said that. That came from man. When you do that, you're following man and not the Most High. When your heart and mind is thinking about the house of the Most High will be built in Jerusalem, and you pray, you want to have the heart and the mindset to help out in this process, then your mind, you're where you need to be. Your thinking is where it needs to be. Yahuwah will again comfort Zion and will choose Jerusalem. Why? Because all the earth is not thinking about Jerusalem. All your people that's scattered in all the earth teaching whatever they're teaching, they're not thinking about Jerusalem. 18. Then I will raise my eyes and look, and there are 4 horns. Uh-oh. We know about these 4 horns. There are 4 horns on the mitzvah. We know that when we were doing these offerings, the righteous understand this. Those 4 horns were not for nothing. The commands he gave towards those 4 horns, it was not for nothing. He says, and I said to the Malak who talked with me, what are these? What are these 4 horns? You know, we have the 4 corners of the earth. What are these 4 horns? 4 horns on the mitzvah. Why did the priest continue to sprinkle blood on the 4 horns on the mitzvah? As Torah says, as the Most High commanded them. So he answered me, here are the 4 horns. These are the horns that have scattered Yehuda, Yasharal, and Jerusalem. Anyone that was in the land. Let me say this. This was the southern. You know, we were split up. Northern tribe and the southern. The northern group and the southern group. And so you had Yehuda being the southern sons of the Most High. And then Yasharal, the northern kingdom. And Jerusalem, whoever resided keeping, this is Gooey here. Gooey's involved here. Whoever resided there keeping, you're going to get scattered also. Keeping covenant. Keeping the commands. Then Yahuwah showed me 4 craftsmen. And I said, what are these coming to do? What are these craftsmen? What are they coming to do? And he said, these are the horns that scattered Yehuda. Listen, these horns, all of Yasharal were scattered throughout all the earth because of what's the curses. The curses said you will be scattered in all the lands. These are the horns that scattered Yehuda. And we had 3 sons in Yehuda. So that, remember, they stayed keeping the house, keeping the things going when Yasharal went off track. So that no one could lift up his head. So Yehuda scattered so that no one could lift up his head, none to help you, none to rescue you, none to redeem you. There will be no one. So we see there will be no one to redeem you. There will be no one to save you, that no one could lift up his head. We are in these scattered lands. Our heads are on the ground. They are walking on our necks. And there is no one to pick you up. The righteous understand this. And so we do what the Most High Word said. We deliver ourselves out of these wicked nations and out of these wicked lands. But the craftsmen are coming to terrify them, to cast out the horns of the nations that lifted up their horn against the land of Yehuda to scatter it. So these 4 horns that scattered us, now here go the nations. They're coming to the nations. It's unbelievable. We got scattered among the nations, and you stay in the nations, you are about to be destroyed again. This is a double whammy. This is why we had to come from among them. It's their turn for judgment. Our judgment has came and passed, and now it's their turn. This is what it means. The earth sits still. These people are at rest, but now it's their judgment time. Shalom.